So this is my first ever custom water-cooled computer that is for myself and not for someone else. I have built other custom water-cooled systems before, only like one or two of them, but they both were not for me, so I didn't get to mess with them that much. But this one is going to be mine to tinker around with. So, obviously there's a few things missing, like this tube here, a pump, and that tube there. So let's go over what my plans are for this thing. Alright, so up first, we're going to address the first eyesore, which is the brown anti-vibration pads on this Noctua fan. As you can see, there is a ton of red accents in this build, and the coolant is going to be red to match those accents. So what I want to do is I want to hop on eBay and find a set of the red pads for some Noctua fans and order a couple of them so that I can throw them on this fan and maybe get a few more Noctua fans to put up front here. Alright, so moving on to the next eyesore, we have all these power supply cables that are just kind of sitting here. So I don't know about anyone else, but when I look at this, I immediately start to picture, what if I built a custom power supply shroud for this that would cover all of this up to here and just hide it all. So I'm planning on trying to do something with that. I don't know if I'm going to go through with that plan, but I really want to try at least, so we'll see how that goes. So I have a Corsair XD5 pump res combo that is coming on the way. It is going to connect from here. The pump's going to be here, and that's going to go into the GPU. Like I said before, we have some red coolant that's going to shine through these tubes, and it's going to match the build really well, I'm hoping. Alright, so the next eyesore is this acrylic side panel. Now, while it does look nice from right here, when the LEDs come on, it goes from being nice and see-through to, what am I even looking at right now? I can't see 2 inches into the case. So what I want to do to try to solve that problem is I'm going to find a glass panel to try and mount into this side panel, because if you look on the inside here, these are just held in by these little metal tabs that you can just bend down to remove the panel. So it should be easy enough to get off, and I want to see if I can find a glass panel to put in there, because the glass does not have as bad of reflections as acrylic does, as you can see here on my personal VR/gaming rig. I'm going to get a magnetic dust filter for this front panel because I modified the old one and ended up pulling it out because it started to flap around. So another thing I want to try is finding a used Lian Li 011 side panel distro plate and putting it in right here to hide all this stuff in the back, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to that because those cost a lot of money and I don't know if it's going to fit anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it should be a pretty decent system when it's done. It's an i7 6700K and a GTX 1070. Thanks guys, later.